soon. Just checking the sound. And I got a tweet. All the distracting things. Okay. Hi. Except I don't have my tablet pen. Where the heck is it? Oh. I forget how self-conscious I feel when I know people are watching as well. Also, I think the music I'm playing is going through, but if it's not, please let me know. been a bit. Like, considering, you know, the world's going a mess. But overall good. Finally got this new laptop, so I'm able to do this again, because the other one was not having it. I would try to stream and draw a line, and like, instead of it doing that and like following me instantly, I would draw it and then it would like sit, which was not functional. Let me know if you could hear the music and if when I talk, if it's too loud or all that, you know, the usual. Do this, and I could do a little bit of that. How is that? Is that a better ratio? The mic is a little further away than it used to be too. So I'm trying to, if I talk, I need to make sure I talk this way. Also my tea. Great. So just doing the line work for page 252 or chapter 8, page 47. Nope, 42, not 47, 42. Kenobi, yes, this is the new computer. It's essentially kind of the same as my old computer, except, you know, modern and updated. But there's nothing like... It was weird because I got it, I'm like, yay, new computer! And then I set it up and I'm like, it's the computer! It didn't feel like a new toy because, I mean... As soon as I got it up and running, I was like, okay, I could just go back to, like, doing my work. I wasn't doing anything, like, new with it, you know? Oh, yeah, swollen battery was, oh my god, that was very bad. I still ended up getting it replaced. I found a repair shop to swap it out, just in case, like, as a backup computer or something. I don't think I could get much money for it anyway, even if I wanted to, like, sell it. Because it's so old. Hi, Lucifer! What kind of tea? Just Lipton. Lipton, some sugar and some milk and water. Hot water, you know. Also not fancy. Oh, yikes. I'm so, like, self-conscious of touching my face because I'm so used to, like, if I step outside, don't touch your face. So I'm sitting here like, no, but I'm home. I could touch my face. Yeah, the old laptop, I think after like a month of making sure this one is like good and not a lemon at all, and also like to make sure I did grab all my files off of it. Like I don't want to encounter something where I'm like on this computer, I'm like, oh, I need that file, and it was on the other one, even though I did move everything over, but you never know. I'm probably gonna give it to Max, because his laptop is also older, and the speakers are like gone. His speakers are shot, and the speakers on mine still work, so it won't be like a speed improvement or anything, but at least like his sound will work. Maybe her ear should be a little closer. I'm okay. I hesitate to be like, I'm great, because no, I'm stressed out all the time, but it's like not a like stress that I can control. You know what I mean? It's the world is chaos, and who knows what's gonna happen, and how do you like have plans for anything? Also, I miss going outside. I miss doing my vlogs. But you know, just gotta be patient and see what happens, and yeah, we'll see what happens. And kind of make and hope for the best, and plan, I guess, as best as you can for the worst. That's the thing, like my envisionings of the worst are like, I don't know how you plan for it. But in the meantime, just make more art. Learning new hobbies. I'm learning how to make pins and magnets out of polymer clay. I think, yeah, polymer clay. You could see they're not done because I have to do another coat. Some watermelons. I'm doing like tropical fruit. This is guava. And these are going to be avocados. And some soursop. I don't know what they're called in English. I think they're called jackfruit. Maybe that might be a totally different fruit, but in the islands we call these soursop. Yeah, I'm making little magnets. Week of biblical plagues. Oh God. Oof. Like, yeah, it's chaos, you guys. Recently just finished playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Well, I should say Max finished playing Horizon Zero Dawn, because I was playing that when it first came out, and then life got too busy and I couldn't spend like hours at a time playing it. So I got to a point about halfway right before she was supposed to go to Meridian, and like I knew the next few missions would take hours, and I just did not have hours to sit And then eventually by the time I didn't play it for so long that I forgot how to play it, because you got, like, you're progressing up, and I forgot how to kill all the robot dinosaurs. And throughout this, like, Max had a little bit of time, and I was just like, oh, I have this, and he's like, oh, I'll play this. And he did, and then he got to the point of the game where I was like, oh my god, this is all new for me. And so I would sit and watch and draw, or, like, keep an eye out for, like, side things. And yeah, finished it this weekend. And what's funny is, like, I am irrationally angry at the villain in that game. Like, I'll just find myself getting heated, and I'm like, no, sorry, you should be getting way more heated about real life things. But that's the thing, I'm heated about real life things and this fictional character who fucked up the universe in this game, and I'm like just as mad, and I'm like, oh no. I see that. Anyway, fuck Ted Faro. If you play Horizon Zero Dawn, I know I'm late to the game, but fuck that guy. Fuck that character. I'm so mad. Siri! Oh, I'm sorry, Josie. Yeah, life is nuts right now. I don't blame folks for trying to find an escape wherever they can right now, because it really is it's shitty out there. Let's see if I know how to draw a broken crystal. Sorry. I could see it in my mind's eye. I could see the wave back. So you guys are getting a preview of the next page. Hopefully I get my act together and I'm doing these way more in advance, so when I do stream you'll be getting essentially spoilers from like weeks ahead. We'll see. We'll see. Hi Ufa! Oh my god, people are showing up. This is so nice. I missed y'all. Work, cut your hours, and also that's a bummer too. I'm knock on wood. My job is somehow miraculously still going, even though it's like production. They've essentially been doing Zoom interviews. Oh, I have a new job from like the last time I started streaming. I work at Black Love Incorporated. Their site is blacklove.com, and their Instagram is also blacklove, and it's kind of like social media for showcasing black love. It's like advice articles, like kind of feel good things, tips, and like a lot of it is just like stories of people's relationships and what they've done to overcome, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. And so yeah, I'm an editor for them now, and highly suggest looking at their Instagram. And I make videos for their Instagram, and I make videos for their YouTube channel, and that's what I've been doing for like work. And they're still at it because you could write from home. People are recording their interviews from home, and so we're using that footage just to kind of keep things going. And yeah, the TV show, which is gonna come out on the OWN network, was already shot, so that's just like gonna air in September. So far it's okay, and hopefully like hopefully, like, things settle down and there's less cases of the virus where we're able to open up in a safe way. We opened up way too early. But maybe this time we'll get it right. So, yeah. Yeah, it's like, so far, it's like, it's a really, like, it's definitely a different, it's definitely a different tone than World Star, that's for sure. Less gossip type stuff and more just interviewing people about themselves and, you know, trying to at least be positive and represent, like, different lifestyles, different looks, different, like, just different things. There was a video series I edited called, like, Doula Dads, and I learned about doulas, which I knew of, but I didn't really know, like, what that was about. And that's gonna be, those clips aired on Facebook, and they will be on YouTube this week, actually. It's going up Wednesday. But yeah, it was like an interview with, like, Starline K. Brown, and he talked about, you know, like, helping his wife deliver their kid at home, and, like, I was just like, what? Like, I was like, you can do that, but also, like, if you have, like, side note, if you have money, you can do that. But still, like, you need money to have a kid, period, in a hospital too. So either way, it's a thing. But it's still, like, I was fascinated by what you can do and all that stuff, and it was just really neat. And also, it was, like, nice to hear. I don't have, like, a lot of positive experiences with, like, fatherhood and dads and all that stuff. So, like, it was really nice to hear, like, these dads talk about being, like, truly part of the process and, like, being supportive and, you know, like, literally being involved in everything. And I'm like, that's nice to hear. It's just nice. Yes, Zuri, I agree. Like, realism is rough for me. I've been watching a lot of trash TV because it's trash TV, or a lot of anime as usual, because that's not reality at all. And reality competition shows are usually still my jam. Like, if I wasn't streaming right now while I'm drawing, I'd be watching Chopped, because it's like I could put it on and, like, just kind of look up and be like, oh, that's weird, and then go back. But yeah, it's good. Anime, I've been watching. Honestly, I've been watching a lot of stuff that's on Netflix. I watched the first season of, I mean, that's not anime, but I've watched the first season of Kupo, and that was pretty good. I don't think I like the art style of the humans very much, but I do like the monsters, and I like the world. Although I have some questions. I always have questions. But I haven't watched season 2, so I'm not going to hold off on, like, what is this, until I see the whole thing. Anime, I started watching BNA, which I really like the animation style, but that's done by Trigger, which is, like, they've always have a great sense of animation and movement and all of that, so yeah. I also watched, I think it's because it gets recommended now, I watched Beastars, which I'm like, did I like that? I think I liked it. If season 2 comes out, I'm gonna watch season 2. But it was also weird and creepy. But it also felt like a more believable version of Zootopia. I don't know. It was very strange. BNA, I'm on episode 3. I'm, like, slowly watching that one. I'm not binging it like I usually... because I like the art style so much that I don't want to like lose it, you know. And when I do it, I have to really pay attention. What else have I been watching? I rewatched an anime. I rewatched Nazuki. I'm so bad at names, you guys. Nasuki, the one where he's like a manga artist in high school. And Haikyuu, I rewatched that one. I rewatched Spirited Away the other day when I realized I had access to HBO because I still had my friend's parents' account. I was just like, can I log in with this old thing? I can! And so I started. I'm very happy to have access to Ghibli movies again. I'm like, ooh. What else? What else have I been watching? I feel like I just gotta pull up Netflix. Hold on. Because I'm bad with names. Oh yeah, rewatched Avatar. That's not really anime. What's funny, I paid for... Oh no, why do you autoplay sounds? I rewatched Avatar right before it went on Netflix on Amazon, and I was like, I could have waited like a month, but it was fine. She-Ra, watched all She-Ra, watched... Where are you? Rewatched K-On!, rewatched Ouran Host Club, rewatched Maid-sama, which Maid-sama is so problematic. It's so problematic, but I still love it. Rewatched Little Witch Academia. Yeah. Oh, I stopped watching. I got pretty much all the way through Love, Chinibu, and Other Delusions, but I don't know, it started losing me once they like, I don't know, it was weird. Oh, and I was watching this, it was on Funimation. And I haven't gone back to it because it was really sad, and I need to be in a better mental place to watch it. Come on, computer. How are we doing this? It was Stars Align, which I think the first episode's on YouTube for free. It's about tennis. Because I was like, oh, I'll watch another sports anime. How emotional can this be? And then it gets kind of... It's dark, but not the whole time. It just has bits. And it's just like, oh, these kids, they're traumatized. But, you know, the show is obviously about, like, growth from that. And it's about tennis, and I like tennis. But right now, I'm, like, a little too emotional for it. Stars Align, like... I'll write it in the chat so that... And it's also beautifully animated. It's very pretty. It's soft. It's very soft. Tennis isn't usually a sad sport. Oh, you know what else I rewatched Prince of Tennis, thinking that the anime had actually finished maybe in some points the last time I watched it in college. I was like, oh my god, I'll finally get to see the ending of the series. And then I rewatched it and it ended in the same place, and I'm like, oh my god, they never continued this anime. I was so bummed. Dr. Stone? I don't think I've heard of Dr. Stone. What am I doing with this background? There's a fence here. There's a fence. That's what this is. I feel you get more wrist injuries than ankle injuries in tennis. I mean, I used to play in high school, and I think maybe only one kid twisted their ankle. But we had a few kids who, like, you know, tripped and fell and, like, landed on there, or they, like, were just, like, not, like, too much stress on their hand, you know? No new Prince of Tennis, right? I'm like so unbelievably disappointed. Oh. Yeah, tennis you gotta like, essentially like you're not supposed to really be using your wrist, but like sometimes you do and you fuck it up. You're supposed to use your whole arm. Like the whole arm. Speaking of shoulders, my shoulders, okay. It's fine. It's I haven't been doing my pole dancing in like since COVID, so I haven't really had a chance to like really like re-injure it. But however, I can still kind of feel it that it is a little tweaked. I'm just not doing the things that make it painful right now. Let me write that down. Because I might want to watch that too. I don't like drawing backgrounds. Yeah, you're not supposed to try to hurt your wrist. It's like that'll catch up with you in the long run. You'll get a lot of power if you use your wrist. That's the thing. Like, that little flick really does give more burst. That worked in Ultimate Frisbee too. Like having a little burst with your wrist instead of like. But you're supposed to again use your whole arm, and so that when you're throwing, wherever you point is where it goes, kind of thing. But like a lot of people would just do this and not like do their whole arm and like mess up your wrist. I'm trying to actively, like, you can't see it, like, I'm trying not to do this, which is leaning on the bad shoulder. I'm remembering habits. I'm trying to either sit straight, well, I can't sit straight, I'm bending over to draw. But trying not to put all my casual weight on that side. I think if I liked the way my backgrounds looked, I think I would enjoy doing them more. For the most part, I'm always like, I guess that's serviceable. Like, it's fine. It works. But I'm never like, man, that was worth the effort. I could show you guys a fun example. So this, where are you? Where's the line? So this pose right here, and this pose right here were all my original like sketches were not great, like in the sense of I drew it and I was like, why doesn't this look the way I am imagining it? So it was, let's see if I can find it. Save all your layers. Where are you? You're right here. So this was these are the original roughs. And that, like these kind of like, I knew I wanted her like, and as I was drawing it, I was just like, why doesn't this look right? Like something's wrong. And I kept trying to like, and so instead of just like doing what I should have done, which is get a reference, which I finally broke down and took a picture of myself in the pose instead. You see this? And I was like, oh, because it was completely off, like that versus that, like. And then from there, it was, and same thing here, like that, this versus this. And it was just like, proportions were off. Oh, later, glue. And from that, I was able to kind of get my like skeleton down. I was like, who's talking? I'm like, oh, it's a song. I gotta figure out which things we're all on. Oh, there it is. But anyway, take reference photos, everybody. It'll help you. I mean, like, it's helpful to be able to go out and take pictures of the notable LA landmarks to be like, ah, okay, I'll just go. I know what I'm imagining in my head of the area. But even then, like, I didn't get all of the angles, so I'm always like missing something, and I'm always like, shoot, why did I pick this? Like, even this scene, like, I have a general idea of where I know where this area is, and I'm just kind of like, ugh. And I know that the perspective here is off, and I don't know how to exactly fix it, because I use that photo to kind of get my, like, where the line of sight is, but it's still kind of not great. Like, yeah, this is wrong here. I should just go with how I feel it is in this instance. Because these trees don't look like they're behind her. They look like they're like next to her, and they're tiny. I don't know why. How do I fix that? Ow, that was my elbow. Let's see. Draw it in blue behind her. Does it need to be higher up? I mean, maybe this is one of those instances where she doesn't need this whole last background. Even though I like these palm tree leaves, but instead. Is it new? No, I think this was what I had before. The only difference is I added a start soon screen, which is like here. But outside of that, like, oh, and like the background is like this 80s pseudo, like mild vaporwave vibe. Oh, my music's done. Hey, hold on, let's pick a different one. Ugh. Looking for copyright-free songs. Where's this audio come? Oh, it's my audio that's like vaguely coming through. Mute. Mystery Feel Good? That's an album? I think this is one song. Yeah, that's just one song. I want an album. Outdoor beats. That works. Yay! Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Let's see. If she turned, maybe the bush would be over here. I'm just making stuff up. You guys and the emojis. That's so good. Who's the little purple man from? Maybe I need to throw in like someone else getting like lifted up off the ground up here to show. Small. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. More drawing. want to get to the coloring part already. This guy's got to be a little out of it. He's kind of being a little dementored. And, well, not really. His soul's not getting, like, sucked out of him. He's just experiencing horrible nightmares. This tea is gonna be cold. Yeah, Tormentor instead of Dementor. Yeah. Yeah, nothing like super bad happens in Ruby, just because that's by design. There's a good balance there, because Spencer likes super high stakes and I like no stakes. And so we come to a compromise in the middle where it's just like things happen, but it's not like death and misery, but there's angst. Okay, I feel better about that. Is here with this. Let's see, what am I missing here? This is what I get for not labeling my layers. The problem is when you have a scene, this is the thing, there's no word bubbles in this scene. So the spaces where I would normally put up a word bubble to cover up spots in the background where I'm like, I don't want to draw anything there. Can't do that. So I'm like looking at the empty spots like, ugh, I gotta put something there. Like right here is normally where a word bubble would go. And right here is where a word bubble would go, and maybe a secondary follow-up bubble here. And where I put this guy is where another one would have normally gone. I'm used to making room, and obviously like here and here. But this I'm leaving blank up here because there's gonna be some swirlies. But I need to put something back here. Also, this line is too close to the other line. Where are you? I mean, no, there's definitely artist cheat codes. Like, the bubbles is a cheat code. It's just there's some levels where you're like, ah, shit. What would be behind her? See, the street would be behind her. But there would be a... See, here's the thing. Like, my brain... There'd be a sidewalk, then the street. And the other sidewalk. And then, like, buildings. But God, who wants to draw all of that? I mean, maybe I could keep it abstract. These are, like, my worst nightmares, you guys. Well, actually, my worst nightmare for drawing is cars. Can't do it. I don't understand. They're funny shapes. Cars are the worst. Robots after cars, second worst. And then just general buildings. Not great. Guns are shitty to draw. Anything that's just like lives in like a whole, I don't know. I mean, like, that's the whole point. Like, you're supposed to study, and these lines aren't straight. Aren't you straight? Yeah, non-organic stuff that I can't fudge with, you know, a curve here and there. I was gonna make a slightly mean joke, but it's not that mean. I would say also can't really draw boys that well either. But if I have a reference, I could draw boys. If I don't have a reference, it's definitely harder because y'all don't have curves in the spots where I'm so used to where curves are supposed to be. You guys' hips are higher than clothing implies. I don't know where your butts go. It's weird. Weird shapes. So yeah, a lot of times when I draw boys, they end up just being like noodles because I need, without a reference anyway, they end up looking like noodles, like this gentleman right here. This is a noodle of a man because where do your parts go? Okay, I think my line art is done. Alright, let me get out the previous page so I can match the colors. This one or this one? This one. Let's do this one and this one. Beetle, I should draw fatter dudes. Like, I should. Like, that's... I should be drawing all shapes and sizes of people to practice. And they don't really have an excuse. There are references out there. I could find references. Make sure, does this have a tint on it? No, it's this. That. Okay, great. Noodle me. I feel like I've listened to this song already. I'm just honestly, all I have on right now is the site called Epidemic Sound, which is where I get all my like YouTube stock music from. And I know if I play music from here, I won't get dinged on Twitch for copyright. So I've just been playing random stock music. This album's called Street Food.
Love is love. Love is love.
Pretzel rocks? What is Pretzel Rocks? Is that a music site? Is that a snack? Is that a... At some point I'll be streaming often enough where I'll like play the copyright songs and I won't care anymore again. But at least for the first one I was like, I don't want it to come back and get it muted after it's done. Oh, in-browser music player? What kind of music is it? Connects to Twitch directly. Oh. But if I use the music from there and I like upload this video to YouTube, will it clash there? Because that used to happen too. I'd like be good on Twitch and then transfer it over to YouTube and they're like, no, we're muting this whole section. Interesting. Pretzel. Let me write this down. Pretzel rocks. Oh, it does go for YouTube. Download for Mac OS. Oh, but I could play in browser. Let me play in browser. Built-in. What? Let me just.
I get so caught up in the
What is all this? Okay.
thinking of trying.
Hold on, let me pause this. And pick a station. Oh, they have all sorts of tracks. Yes, let's pick chill. Let's see what that's about. Oh, that's really chill. How about EDM? Let me see. That could work. Hey, Rachel. Month hype. Yeah, the goal is to try to stream Mondays and Tuesdays, or Mondays or Tuesdays. Mostly so that I get everything done before. Oh, look at what I gave her 2 lines. Ooh, this is loud for my ears. How do I turn you down? Let's turn you down to here. I added too much of an extra line. Which line do I want to get rid of? This one. There we go. For a split second, I'm like, didn't I make sure she had dots on this headband? And I'm like, oh my god, I haven't been drawing the dots. And I'm like, it's been, like, if you look on this page, oh, you can't see it. If you look on this page, she has dots here, I forgot the dots here. I don't think anybody really notices. Like, it's not like the dots are like a crazy different color. Get to bed, Rashida. I know I'm also trying to, like, I'm aiming for earlier streams in the sense of, like, not streaming till, like, 1 in the morning. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm trying to, like, do 2 hours, which I started at 9... How long have I been streaming for? I think I started at, like, 9:30. No. 9. I think I've been streaming for like an hour. I want to do like an hour and a half, 2 hours, regardless of where I am on the page. So A, I don't fuck up my shoulder by like really like, because once I'm in it, I'm gonna be, I do lean on it. It's a habit. But also just so that, yeah, I don't want to burn out. Hi, GT Salmon. So yeah, I'm aiming for twice a week. And depending on like what's going on, maybe more. I want to do traditional drawing again too, not just digital. Because I was doing that for a little bit. And I want to, once I figure out how to make these pins and magnets and stuff, I could do like a live stream of some of that process too. It might not be like the whole thing because like it honestly, from this batch, it takes hours to do that stuff. Maybe I'll get more efficient at it. Good night. Oh. Shoot, what color is her wand? Did I draw it in the next panel? Oh, it's blue. Okay, I was just like, I'm pretty sure it's blue. Because I try to make things easy on myself in that way. Most of the wands match their hair colors. Because I just didn't want to forget what their wand colors were. Although now I gotta remember when I draw rubies to have it like speckled with gold in it. Because she broke her wand. Ooh, 1-8 thunderstorm. That's fun. I don't miss those. But yeah, I miss streaming. And like this is fun for me. But yeah, I'm trying to learn to listen to my body more so I don't burn out. When I first got the computer, within like having everything loaded, I tried to make sure everything for streaming works, and I was just like, maybe I should stream right now. And it's just like, no, Stars, you're not like actually ready to stream. Like, you gotta set up everything else. You gotta like get back into the groove of drawing. Because I wasn't really drawing as much as I wanted to with the computer. I was doing stuff, but it was like stuff that I knew didn't have a deadline or I could experiment with, because otherwise I would have been more stressed. Yes, Siri. So I'm trying, it's, even like Max has told me, he's like, you gotta learn to be a little bit more patient, and I'm so bad at it. I'm bad at being patient. I want to do everything all at once and get it all done, because I crave the satisfaction of finishing something. Like, that's how I get my endorphins, is the, it's done, it's completed, and it is out there. And then as soon as I do that, I'm like, I did it. And then I'm immediately like, I gotta work on something else. It's just, it's not the, I don't think it's the healthiest cycle. That's why I think I got frustrated with these pins. Because I thought I was going to be able to like complete it in an afternoon. And no. Not the case. So yeah, I'm giving myself a hard out at 10:30 because I need to do that, and then because if I let myself, I will sit here for 4 hours, and that's not great. I'll be sitting for 4 hours. It's bad. It froze? Let's see. I still see. Make sure. Let me pause that. Maybe that should help. And if I get out of that. How's that? Did it come back? Okay, good. But yeah, hard out at 10:30 to give myself a chance to like wind down and like, oops, wrong color. And like stretch. And I'm trying to go to sleep by midnight. I'm trying. Being an adult and all that, giving myself a schedule. Bleh. The sound is still quiet. Let's see. Is the music quiet or is it my voice? It really does, like, to me, this is socializing, even though I don't really get to see you guys. Like, I know you're there, so I'm like, oh, okay, alert. Let's see. Her gray white pants. I am actually a little tired. It's good. Oh yeah, there's no like, I would feel super weird if there was just people watching me draw and I wasn't like interacting. That'd be very strange. And I also have to like figure out with work too, because sometimes depending on the week, like I'm still editing videos until like 8 or 9, and if I'm doing that on a Monday, I'm probably not going to stream because that's just like sitting at the space for like all day, and then it's just like, alright. But I'm gonna make an attempt. And then try not to be upset at myself when I mess up. You know, I'm human, I'm gonna mess up. And I'm trying not to like beat myself up about it. I think I've been harder on myself about that stuff lately too, just because it's like, it's a mix of, there's so many things that I want to do that I can't do because, you know, the world and like being safe and everything, and that's priority. So when I give myself like a personal goal or a task or thing that I want to do that's in my like zone of ability to do so, not being able to accomplish it, it's just an added on level of like, I already can't do what I want, no I can't do this. It's like, this is what I can control. But that's not how things work. Like, there's no, there, like, why does I shouldn't do that to myself. My brain is dumb. Seriously. What's funny is every time you say that, I'm like, I see you. Like, at my mind's eye, I see you. But it's okay. It's okay. It's, I think, like I said, you know, like, Zuri, the way you were mentioning off camera before, Zuri's a good friend of mine, you guys. Like, it's being mindful and just being aware and being kind to these noodle bodies we have. I think a lot of it too is time. I always feel like I don't have enough like time to pursue every little tiny dream I have. I'm curious what the stream delay is, so I'm gonna clap, and then when you see me clap, you guys clap in the chat, like right clap, so I know like what the time delay is, okay? So clap. Oh, this is long. This is a long delay. Oh my god, that's like a good, but I mean, you guys will see the delay from when I clapped to when you guys typed. Like, oh my god, that's like a good minute? 30 seconds, minute? It's a long delay. I wonder how I could improve on that in the future. I wonder if there's something to be done internet-wise. This song sounds like Satisfaction. Yeah, it's a long time. Yeah, there's got to be a way for me to improve that. I'm not sure yet. I will look into it and do some research, because I think that's strictly my internet connection. Low latency? Okay. I'll look into that, because I was like, it's been a bit since I've been streaming, so I'm like, oh, maybe there's settings have been changed and all that. Like, when I logged in, they were like, you need to make a channel, like, trailer intro, and I was like, no. Unless I'm consistent, then yes, I'll do it. But I was like, I just got back in. Give me a second. Low, now it's gonna bug me. Let me see. With my last 5 minutes. Where would that be? Streaming tools? No. Insights? No. Stream manager? I'm just gonna have to look for it. I don't know where it's gonna be. Preferences? Channel. Scroll, 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 scroll. Scroll, scroll, scroll. No. I don't see it. I appreciate the helpfulness. I would have not known what to look for. I would have just been like, internet slow during stream? Delay bad? Right? Wait, I mean, I have a trailer for my YouTube channel, but even then, my trailer for my YouTube channel is not accurate anymore because I haven't been vlogging. What I want to do is, like, make more art videos on there, because that's, like, I have time to, like, do that kind of thing. But, man, it's... I mean, that could just be like a funny video in itself and just be like, hi Twitch, I draw things, and then it's just a close-up of some lines, and then maybe you just zoom out and then it's like dick butt or something, and it's like that little, like, it looks like it's gonna be this elaborate thing, and then it's like this joke of, although Twitch wouldn't allow that because it's vulgar, whatever. But I always get tickled when someone does like a really elaborate, beautiful drawing and it's just like a very vulgar joke. Is it disconnect? Oh, there it is. Oh, low latency. Let's see if that does it. Thank you. I don't know if it'll work for this stream. It might be like the next stream. But, huzzah! Why would they... Like, I guess there's a button that says learn more. I'm like, why would you even have that? Like, what? Why? Where's my mouse? I'll read that later. I'll read it later. You guys have me for 2 more minutes. Oh, poor Marie. She's trying her best here. But it's a nightmare monster. Yeah! Thank you for the subscription! Even those little Streamlab things, I'm so glad they still work. I was just like, oh man, I'm gonna have to set all that stuff up again, and I have no idea. Figuring out how to get this audio thing going too was like, oh my god. Digging up old YouTube tutorials to make sure I did it right, and ugh. But once you're set up, it's like set it and forget it, which is the problem. I shouldn't forget it. Oh, it is 10:30, you guys. That's it. We did it. We did. I think that was either an hour and a half or 2 hours. And that's good. That's like a healthy amount to stream instead of 4 or 5 hours like before. So yeah. Hopefully maybe I'll get to do this tomorrow night. If not, either way, this page will be completed and up at rubiwhipple.com. Please go back and read. Chapter 8 is starting to come to a close, and hopefully if I do this more often we could get to chapter 8 done sooner and get on to the next section. But yeah, this was excellent. I hope you guys have a good night and everything, and yeah, I'll see you. Ooh, I need to make an end card now that I have this one, but I need to make a bye-bye. So for now, bye-bye.